so much for coming to hear my talk. I'm really honoured. So we're going to be discussing how to reshape your body. So I will be using these slides. If you can see them, great. If not, at the end, if you want to just pop me your email address, I'll send them to you because there's some great stuff on there that I think you'd find really valuable. So, my name is Lucie Colt, you probably guessed that, so I just want to tell you a little bit about who I am and why you should trust me. I've been in the health and fitness industry for 12 years. I started out as an England squash coach, playing to a really high standard. I then stopped playing as much because I wanted to go and study, and then after university I did my personal training qualifications. So I've been working with mainly women now for a long time. And I'm an online trainer now, mainly, so I do loads of online personal training focusing on women's body transformations, what you should be eating, why, exercise, and things like that. So health, fitness, motivation, female empowerment, that's my thing. So I'm really passionate about helping women to love their bodies along their journey. So, when we're looking at how to reshape your body, and I have got some transformation images of me there because I have been through it myself, we must look at three things, okay, and they are nutrition, exercise, and the mindset, okay, and the mindset piece is really critical, and this is the piece that is often overlooked by women embarking on their own journey, but also by loads of other PTs and coaches. They miss the mindset piece, and without that, you're not going to have sustainable results, okay, you're just not. So, you can't have one without the other. For me, these three things are interlinked. You might have great nutrition, but if you're not being active and you don't have the right mindset, again, this just isn't going to come together. So, these are some testimonials from me. I really wish they were on the slide, but it's just some befores and afters of some of my clients. Bearing in mind that not all of them have had to reduce their calories and increase their exercise. Actually, with some of these women, we're increasing their calories, we're increasing their carbs, and changing the way they exercise. So sometimes it's not always about reducing things, it's about increasing things as well to make sure that their metabolism's fired up and things like that. So let's talk a bit about nutrition, okay? And the first thing that I would say here, ladies, is it is all about balance, okay? I don't believe, unless medically necessary, that you should cut out a particular food group, okay? And by that I mean, some people think I'm just going to go cut like zero fats, okay, or I'm going to cut out carbs, which is fine if you need to for medical reasons, but I don't believe that you need to do that to get the results that you really want, okay. All about balance. So talking about that, we mean 80-20, okay, eat well most of the time. You're allowed a treat. Life is to be lived, okay. We don't want to deprive ourselves. That is no fun. I have been there and it is not a good place to be in. Understand what proteins, fats and carbs are, okay, and that's really important. I'm not going to go into it too much now because I'm going to run out of time, but understanding what foods are proteins, why do we need protein, and the main reason is it helps you feel fuller for longer, but it is the building block for your body, okay. If you're doing any kind of exercise, whatever that might be, whatever you enjoy, you need to be eating protein. And just understanding how much your body needs, if you're really trying to get a body transformation, you want about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weighed 130 pounds, aim for 130 grams of protein per day. Okay, and you can get that in all sources, from meats, fish, beans, lentils, loads of things. Carbohydrates, I think that's quite a good one. You don't need to cut it out, especially if you're exercising. It's great to have some carbs afterwards, just to restore your glycogen levels, okay, and help fill out the muscles. That's what's going to give us that toned definition. And fats, they're really important. Okay, so when people say low fat, you don't need to go low fat all the time. So there's some really key fats like avocados, omega-3s from your salmons, fishes, really important, especially for function and body health overall. 5 a day. The government love this one, don't they? So always saying you should eat 5 a day, but really you should. Okay, and when we talk about weight loss, we think, oh my god, I'm going to be eating meat and veg, which is so boring. But you should be eating loads of fruit and veg. So in the morning, get some fruit into your breakfast. Have a fruit as a snack. Have some carrot sticks or cucumber sticks or celery sticks as a snack with some hummus. Have some veg in your lunch. Dinner, always have some vegetables. So if you do really try and work on that, and I want to challenge you to do that for 1 week, make sure you're having 5 a day. It's really interesting. I think you'll find it a lot easier than you think to get that in. So it's not just for weight loss because they're low calorie. It's really because they're packed full of key vitamins, minerals and nutrients that your body will utilise and fuel itself to perform the best it can. So let's take an analogy of a car. So you're going to put petrol in it because you need to run. Okay, we're going to put food in our bodies because we need to run and we need to have energy. But what kind of petrol are you putting in it? Okay, so you're not going to put petrol in a diesel car, vice versa. There's different grades of petrol. You want to be fueling your body with the best foods, not only for weight loss and body transformation, but so that you're functioning at your optimum. And that goes into our other lives. So you want to be the best wife you can be, the best mum you can be, the best friend. You want to perform the best you can at work. Okay, so all of these things are really, really important. Eating less than 50 grams of sugar. Okay, so I'm not one to go out and preach cut sugars out your diet, because again, I'm about balance. I love a bit of chocolate myself. Milk has sugar. Okay, these things you're just not necessarily all the time as an average person going to cut out of your diet. So really, if you are tracking, or you can track, there's loads of tools out there. Try and aim for less than 50 grams a day. Okay, but just bear in mind that sugar comes in different forms. So from your fruit, that's classified as well. So I'm not saying go out and eat loads of sugary foods, but do monitor it. But sugar's in milk, fruits, things like that. So just be aware. 2 to 3 litres of water a day. Put your hands up if you drink 2 litres of water a day or more. Okay, and by that I mean that's separate to your teas, your coffees, anything like that, any other juices you might have. 2 litres is a minimum. Okay, 3 if you're exercising really well, and if it's hot outside. So the reason why we need water is water is actually used for every single bodily function, and water actually makes up so much of our body and some of our key organs. So great for weight loss and body transformations because you want to stay hydrated. Sometimes, I'm sure you've heard it before, you're actually thirsty, you're not hungry. That's really, really true. But also, when you're dieting, you want to flush out and get rid of any toxins that are in your body. So you do that by drinking water. And that's why lots of people have so much success in the first couple of weeks of their dieting programs, is because actually a lot of it is water weight, because their bodies are holding on to it because they're not sure they're going to get enough water the next few days. So definitely set a challenge, girls. It's 2 litres at least for the next week. Be aware, and by that I mean read your food labels. Okay, if you're like me, I literally go into a supermarket and I'm picking up the back and I'm having a look just to see what's in it, because it's interesting, and that's how you start to educate yourself. Just being aware what's in the foods, monitoring how much fat you are eating in a day, how much carbs you're eating. It will all help you to just help transform your own body on your own. Planning ahead. So by this I mean, if you're going out for dinner in the evening, you need to be aware of where you're going, what can you pick, things like that. It's going to plan ahead. If you're coming out for the day, like Sam, she's on a program at the moment, she's brought all of her food with her just because she wasn't sure what we could get here today. So it's just being aware, making sure you're prepared, doing your food prep if you're going to work. It's expensive to buy your food out every day. Okay, so just take your food with you. You've then worked out what you're having in the day. Having that structure as well. So I'll take my food out with me if I'm going out for the day for work. I just find that it will stop me from reaching for things like the cookie jar in the office and things like that, because I know, no, I've got my snack. I don't need anything else. Okay, and that will help with your motivation to stay prepared as well. So that's the food prep. Okay, let's look at exercise. So many different types of exercise, okay, and you don't need to do something so specific if you don't enjoy it to transform your body. The main thing is that we're active, and that can be in any way, shape or form, and I have to say that power walking, so going for a good old walk, is so underrated. Okay, so that alone, if you get your steps up, can be really effective. And I've done that with some of my clients where we don't actually increase their activity levels in that sense, or we don't introduce so much more exercise, or just say let's track your steps, let's get 10,000 steps a day, and that burns off enough calories. Okay, so understand your goals. Okay, your goals might be different to your goals. Okay, so everyone's got different goals, and that's where a one-size-fits-all approach doesn't always work. Some people might think, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to lift some weights. Other people think, no, I'm going to go to netball, or I'm going to go for a walk. And that's fine, okay? Resistance training. Hands up if you do resistance training with weights. Lovely. So it's really, really important if you are looking to really build your muscle definition and your tone, and can be really helpful. Now, you don't need to do it all by weights, you can do it body weight, but weights really help. You don't need to join a gym, that can be quite scary sometimes. If you've got some dumbbells at home or a kettlebell at home and you did 1 session a week or 2 sessions a week in addition to what you're already doing, that's really, really important. We want to build up those muscles. Cardio, so this is quite a kind of misconception. So what cardio should I do? Should I do loads of cardio? Should I not do any cardio at all? And again, it's going to differ for different people because we all start from a different place. Cardio overall, I don't like it when people say they're not doing any at all, or when coaches don't give any, because it actually is a key function to help keep our heart healthy. So health and fitness, we're talking about weight loss, you have to have a healthy body. So that's really important in general. You've got your steady state, so our LISS, which is low intensity steady state cardio. That could be your walk, 30 minutes walk. That could be to work, that could be anywhere. But steady state cardio, I think, is really important. In addition to HIIT, so high intensity interval training. So you're doing 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, something like that. You can do that as a circuit at home, so you don't need to go anywhere. That's so great. You can do it at the gym, on a piece of cardio equipment. But I personally believe in a combination of the two, and that's what will get you your optimum success for how you want to look. Picking an exercise you enjoy, so important. You're not going to do it if you don't enjoy it. So don't think, I have to go to the gym 5 times a week. If you know that's not going to work for you, don't do it. Don't put yourself through that. Increase your steps. So I spoke about that one. So important. How often should you exercise? And again, this is different, okay? And personally with my clients, we work off different things. So to give you guys an example, I've got a young girl, she's working, she can get to the gym every day if she wants to. She's not got a boyfriend, she lives at home with her family, she wants to get out. So she can go to the gym 5 times a week. So her different split of what she's going to train on different days is going to be different to my client who's a mum. She's got a young baby, she can only go twice a week. So her body split might be 2 total body sessions a week, whereas the first girl might have arms, legs, shoulders, so we might split it slightly differently. So that's really important for you guys as well. And stretching. It is so underrated, and I have to hold my hands up. I've been so guilty of it until I've got injured. So really promoting it now, that you've got to be proactive in stretching rather than reactive, because trust me, it is not nice. But just spending 10 minutes a day stretching is so important. If you've done a heavy session, you've gone for a run, you've gone to the gym, whatever you've done, just stretching out those muscles afterwards will really, really benefit you to feel prepared for the next day, to stop hurting as much, and again, to prevent injury. So if you do anything and you take anything away, please just spend 10 minutes stretching of an evening, put the TV on, get on the floor and just stretch out. It feels nice. Okay, so mindset. We're coming to the end here, so I just really want to explore the mindset, because this is the piece that I say is often overlooked, but so important in your body transformation, especially for women. Okay, so we've got to first establish, what are your goals? And as I've said, you're going to have different goals, and that's absolutely fine, but understanding those goals and then working backwards to create a plan and a program that will work for you is where we start. So that's really important. Understanding your strengths and your weaknesses is really key, and sometimes that self-reflection, to have a think about, actually, what am I really good at and where do I need to improve, can go a really long way. And just understanding, okay, I'm not so great at that, so I'm going to work on that this week, and just having a focus, so breaking it down. You're not going to change everything in a week. Your weaknesses aren't going to turn into strengths overnight, but just working on one of them and then adding in the next one, and a few weeks later adding the next one. Within 3 months, 12 weeks, you've changed your habits, you've changed your lifestyles, and you've turned those weaknesses into strengths. So that's incredible. Sleep. is so important in a body transformation. So if you're lacking sleep, you're going to bed late, you're waking up early, you're training so much and you're drained, that's going to affect what you feel like. Not how you perform, but it does have a huge impact on how you look as well, because you will retain fat, body fat, if you're not sleeping enough. So that's something to really think about. Can you go to bed an hour earlier? Are you getting your 8 hours of sleep a day? So important. If you're not getting 8 hours, then plan it so you are. Get into bed earlier. If you don't fall asleep straight away, that's fine, because you will get used to it and you will go to sleep within a given period of time. And that's really important to note, that habits don't change overnight. They're going to take a little while to embed in, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, and don't expect results overnight. Stress is another huge one that impacts what you ultimately look like. Not only how you're performing in day to day, your overall health, but what your body looks like. Again, your body's going to retain body fat if you're stressed, because your cortisol levels are much higher. Okay, so you want to put your body at a state of peace. And understanding what's stressing you out is really important. And they always say that life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react. And I know personally that that is totally true, because things happen to me and I go AWOL thinking, oh my gosh. But then you take a step back and you think, actually, how can I react to that differently? Not only for everyone else's sake, but for my own peace and my body, and ultimately my body goals. So understanding that's important. Self-love. I love this one. I could spend hours talking about it, especially from a female point of view. And it is so important. And I did an interesting study the other day, because on my website page you can download a free fat loss guide, so I'll encourage you all to do that at the end. But after that, it asks you to fill in, why have you filled this in? Why do you want to lose body fat or transform your body? And some of the impact from the results that I've read is incredible. You know, you get your some that say, I just want to lose fat to look great in a bikini, which is a great response, by the way. But some are saying, you know, I'm really, really doubting myself, but not just how I look, in every aspect. And it actually goes deeper, and it's really sad to read, because people just don't love themselves. And that's an okay place to start, but let's get on that journey of whatever stage you're at, whether it's the beginning, the middle, the end of your journey. You've got to love yourself along that way. It will go such a long way. Confidence, that kind of comes into it. If you are confident, other people want to be around you. That's just true. You're going to give more at work if you're confident. You're going to give more to your friendships and your relationships if you feel more confident. And trust me, it just radiates. It really does radiate. And it is so hard, I think, as women, to feel confident all the time in this day and age, because you just have to go on social media, look at someone else, and you think, oh, I feel like rubbish now, don't you? Because you compare. But you've got to understand that they're different to you. They've got a different lifestyle. They have more time on their hands, or they're able to just pop off to the gym anytime they want. Everyone's different, and that's okay. But we really want to build and work on confidence. That is key for a body transformation. And that's not just at the end. Understanding your reason why. This is really important, and this is something we really focus on with my clients. When you come back to your goals, it's a lovely quote is, it's not what you do, it's why you do it. Okay, and that's what's going to help keep you motivated when we talk about kind of your subconscious motivation. Because if you're doing something just to do something, you're not going to stick to it. But say you've got, you know, a great reason why I'm going to Mexico in 6 to 8 weeks, and I want to look absolutely incredible and feel really good and have my boyfriend next to me and feel really great. Or your reason why could be, I've had a health scare, I'm overweight, my blood pressure's high, I need to get it down so that I can be here for my family. That's so important. Another reason why, I've got children. You could say, you know, I don't personally, I've got children, and I want to have so much energy to run around the park with them and be the best mother that I can be really fun all the time for them. That's such a great reason why. So everyone's reason why is different, but having to think about that is actually really interesting. So do have a think what your reason why is. Always comes back to, how bad do you really want something? Okay, and I've had friends of mine lately say, you know, they're on this program, or they want to lose weight, they want to have this bikini body they dreamt of, But it comes to Friday night and they're down the pub and they're knocking back 10 glasses of wine. Having a great time, but it's not going to get them to where they want to be. So it comes back to your goals. When you think, oh, but it's just one. I'm going to have this chocolate bar, but it's okay, it's just one. It might be okay if it's just one, but more than likely that one will keep going because that's what we are. And if you then don't have that feeling of, well, how bad do I want this body? How bad do I want it? You're in Mexico in 8 weeks, how bad do you want to look? So good on holiday. I want to look amazing and I really want it. So that outweighs my desire to make up an excuse. I'll give you a great example. I'm in the car with my boyfriend the other day and we're in a rush. It's really hard. Had a breakfast bar for breakfast, really bad by the way, but we were really, really in a rush. And we're on the way home and I'm so excited because it's lunchtime and I'm starving. And he pulls into McDonald's and already I'm thinking, alarm bell's going off because I'm really hungry. And he gets himself a meal, right? And he said, what do you want? Do you want something? What would you do? Would you get something? Would you not get something? You can be honest. What would you do?
Big Mac.
That's what he went for. So I had that decision in that moment in time, right? And it's different at different stages and where you are and things like that, completely get it. But I am going on holiday and I have got some goals to hit. So I just stuck it out because we weren't too far from home and I had my food that I had planned for when I got home. That was some serious willpower, okay, that really was, because he's sitting there eating this Big Mac and fries in front of me and I'm sitting there with nothing. But I have to say, I felt so good afterwards. It sounds so stupid to say it out loud, but I did feel really good afterwards that I had the willpower to say no. And that's not something that you're always going to have, but you can learn to do it. Because now I've said no once, or a few times, it's easier to say no the next time. And trust me, it does get easier. So even if you're surrounded by boyfriends or friends or family, eating loads of rubbish, because again, I've been there and it's tough, but you have your own goals and they're different to that person, but you have your own willpower. And ultimately, you are in control of what you do. That's the beauty of it. So, coming to the end, there's a really big difference between being interested in something and committed, and these are all different theories of the mindset, so I'm kind of chucking a lot at you here, but if you want the slides, you can have them because they're really great. Interested and committed. Interested in a weight loss program is really different to being committed to a weight loss program, okay, and that's what you've got to understand in your mind and differentiate. Where am I? Where do I sit on this scale? And there's only really importance and there's only really any point going on this journey if you are committed, because you won't get the results if you're just interested. You really won't. So we talked about the bit about the motivation. So the final point I really want to talk about is the power of visualization. And I'm sure you might have heard this before, but it is really, really exciting when you sit there and do this tonight and think about your goals. It's coming to summer, I'm sure loads of you are going away. And just sit there and reflect and picture yourself on that beach, in that swimsuit, looking great, people are looking at you, you're feeling really good, and just sit back and take a moment and think, how do I feel thinking about that? Because that can be really powerful in itself. How do I feel? Because doing it now, I think, cool, I feel great. That really excites me that I could feel that way. So just thinking about the power of visualization is another mindset piece that you guys can go away and have a look into and see how that can really work for you. So, to summarise, I just want to say thank you so much again for listening. I'm sorry we don't have the slides on the screen. I am releasing a new membership site actually to access loads of my key 12-week transformation content in a much more affordable way. I had loads of feedback that it was great, but it's really expensive and not everyone can afford it, which I completely get. So to be on that list, to sign up to it, but to get my free fat loss guide, there's a link, so it's the ladysculptress.com. I will email you these if you would like them, so let me know. LucieCult.com for more info. But main thing is to keep focused, remember your reason why, remember what you're passionate about, and remember your purpose and your values. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much again. And if you've got any questions, come and talk to me.